Well, it's the first day of MSI with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined by Humanoid to talk about how things are going for Mad Lions out the gate. And it looks like pretty good. You guys just beat PSG pretty easily. Did you expect to do so well, especially because a lot of people have been hyping them up?
So for me, I didn't really know how good they are because we've never played them and I didn't really watch their games. The only thing I knew is that people were saying that they are the best team in our group. I mean, except for us. So they would be the hardest opponents, but I had no idea how exactly good they would be. So I didn't know if it would beat them, if it would be easier, if it would be hard. But I don't think they played that well. So yeah.
Well, I mean, now that you've beaten them so handedly, are you confident that you'll end up first in your group?
I think for sure we should end up first. I don't think there's any team that can challenge us in our group.
Yeah. Well, the last time I interviewed you guys, because I don't cover LEC all the time, was at Worlds. Unfortunately, things did not go so hot for you there. Now you really proved to everyone that you could turn this thing around by winning LEC and being the only LEC representative here. So, what has this experience been like going from Worlds last year to now being, the representative, the sole representative here at MSI for your region?
I feel like there's a lot of pressure on us and on me since I feel like we really disappointed at Worlds last year, and I just don't wanna see us losing to like teams that we should win against. So this year we want to make sure that we go really far, and we are not gonna lose. We are not gonna lose games to not the best teams.
Yeah. You said that there's a lot of pressure. Are you feeling that pressure? Like, are you stressed or anything?
Um, I'm stressed about not making it out of planes more than losing in like semifinals against RNG or Damwon. So yeah, I mean I'm stressed about that, but after today I think it's fine. So because I'm not really scared of any team anymore. I was scared of PSG because I didn't know how they play, but now it should be all pretty easy.
Very good. Well, I will say, by the way, you don't have to worry about not making out of plans because there are no plans. There's only the group
Okay, yeah.
stage,
Okay,
and
from group stage. Then.
it's very respectable not to make it out of group stage. North America never makes it out of group stage. It's a really reasonable thing, so you don't have to worry about it.
True.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the meta because I think a lot of people have been trying to figure out. Obviously, there was a couple patches that were jumped. So, what has the meta been like there? Obviously, we saw some pretty cool diversity in champion picks today.
So I think what Riot changed for MSI is basically they just give some junglers like insane OP clear, and that just makes them completely broken for some reason. And other roles were not really touched that much. I think maybe top lane we see listen, but other than that, I don't think there's any real changes to the meta. Mid lane is basically the same as it was the entire split. Yeah, so that's basically it. Only jungle changed a lot.
Well, given that it was only jungle that changed, do the games feel much different than the playoffs patch, or does it feel wild because the jungle changes are so much? I mean, you said they gave them kind of insane clear.
Well, junglers even before had pretty insane clear, but now there's new champions with new insane clears. So, I mean, there's a lot more AP junglers and less tanks, so that makes the game a bit more fun, at least. Even though we still see Udyr basically every single game. But yeah, AP junglers make the game more fun because you can one-shot them, they can also one-shot you. It's better than just hitting them for 20 seconds and not doing any damage.
Well, let's also talk a little bit about um, this quote that Showmaker had yesterday in an interview, where at least it was released yesterday, where he said he was looking forward to playing Mad Lions, and he said Humanoid is the ace of that team, so I'm really looking forward to meeting them. I don't know if you'd heard about this, but what do you think of Showmaker kind of hyping you up?
I mean, it feels pretty good to me because I think he's one of the best players in the world, and I always watch his pro view whenever it's available, and I learned a lot from him. So it feels very good that he thinks that I'm good as well.
Yeah. Well, it's probably pretty neat to have him say something like that before the event. I assume you're looking forward to and hopefully planning to face him as well.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to face Damwon in a best of 5. I think it will be so much fun.
Yeah. So on the other hand, the other major Western team that is there is Cloud9 with Perks on it. What do you think of Cloud9? I don't know if you've had a chance to scram them or you just have seen them from their play in North America, but I'm curious how you think they stack up against your team and some of the other teams there, and what potentially would be like to face off against Perks again.
I think NA improved a lot from the past years that I remember. I remember screaming them last words and the words before. I think they were not very good. I think this year, I mean, only Cloud9 because I didn't play against the other ones, but Cloud9 looks pretty good, and I think they are a good team, and they can also challenge the win just like us.
Yeah. Is Perk someone you'd like to play against, or is it kind of like whatever? If it ends up happening, it happens.
Yeah, I'd sure like to play against him. I played against him in the past as well. I lost against him a year ago, so I would like to win now.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like maybe Red Lion's a little better. Maybe the C9 not as good as G2. Maybe kind of a more fun match. Although obviously he had a different role whenever you saw him last. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we are much better than we were last year for sure, and the year before. So, I mean, even though they are better, I still think we are a better team than them, and we can beat them.
Very good. Well, hey, Humanoid, thank you so much for the interview. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Yeah, so thank you guys for all the fans. We will not lose in groups this time or in planes. The same thing. This time we will go far, and thank you for supporting us.
Very good. Thank you so much for the interview. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things MSI right here on my YouTube channel. Let me give you the 411 on 511, aka May 11th. Okay, so for people that live outside the U.S., 411 used to be a number that you could dial to get like information, and so then it became like a phrase that people use, like giving you the 411. I'm just trying to keep this channel globally compatible, because maybe you're watching this after some interview with like an LPL player, an LCK player, or somebody from outside the U.S. And anyway, May 11th is the day that Alienware is announcing something really cool. I can't tell you what, because then that would be me announcing it not on May 11th. I'd be announcing it myself, and then they'd get upset because the whole point is that this is an announcement on May 11th. So anyway, stay tuned to their social channels, and thank you to them so much for sponsoring the channel.